Hi there, my name is Hume. There's a question I get a lot about what makes a speech memorable. Now, everybody can give an okay talk. Not everybody is memorable, but everybody can be. So let's discuss 3 things that make a speaker memorable. Number 1 for me is presence. This is the foundation of memorable speaking. It's not having the perfect script. It's not being polished. It's not having great visuals. It's your presence, your communication presence. This is how you show up when you communicate, and this is how people perceive you in the moment. When you open your mouth, sometimes before you open their mouth, they have a perception of you. It's your communication habits. It's the little affects that we have when we speak, whether it's our posture or energy, our tone, our vibe, everything, all of that combined gives off a presence. And here's the rub. People remember speakers who feel real. So before you do anything else, you need to know your speaker style, because that is an indication of your presence, and I need you to be aware of that presence. Now, one of my clients told me that I am naturally quirky, I love to joke around at home, and she's also a no-nonsense person, and she wants to be taken seriously. But here's the thing, both sides can be true. So if she leaned into her quirkiness, her playfulness, and still maintain her sharp professionalism, she would be magnetic, more powerful, more her, more authentic. So if you're hiding parts of yourself when you speak, let this be your reminder. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to be more of you, because that's authenticity. That's presence, that's power. That's where you get your credibility from, and that's where you start owning the room. Now, number 2, you have to make your message stick. If you want to be memorable when you speak, then you can't just give information. Anybody can give information. You have to give people something to feel. I keep saying this to people, we have to feel you, because not just cognition, it's also about an emotional appeal. Many of the clients I work with, many professionals as a matter of fact, that I coach are brilliant. They are very credentialed. Some of them are in senior positions, but most of them tend to lead with logic, with their knowledge, with their expertise, with data. And I'm literally rolling my eyes sometimes when they talk, because expertise is only part of the puzzle. If your message is all cognitive, just facts, reports, findings, your audience, they might respect you, yes, but they won't remember you. And that's the key right here. I was at an academic conference last year, and it was a lot of business. It was business faculty, and there was a particular faculty who was giving a talk, and it contained a lot of data. Her slides were just full of data. Please, not a good idea. But she did something that not many speakers do. She pulled out a couple of the data points, and she told a very powerful story around each of those data points. I was so thoroughly impressed that I took out my phone, and without her permission, I was recording her. Because at the time I was working with a client who was a senior leader, and she had to give these reports to her top management weekly, and it had a lot of data. And I was hard pressed to convince her to use stories, to share and to translate the information. She kept saying they're not going to buy into it. They need the data. They're paying her for the data. But I'm saying there are different ways of selling the data. It may even be more useful to tell the story of what the data means. Your message will come alive if you show the story around it. You want to bring the data into human form, because this is what helps people to feel, to connect, and to believe in what you are saying. So the next time you're building your talk or your presentation, I want you to ask yourself, what's the one message that I want them to remember? And what story, what real human story can help you drive that home? And that's how you move from being informative to unforgettable. And that senior leader was able to do it quite well, and now she has actually got a promotion. She's actually more senior than she was before. Advice number 3, to being memorable, it's also in your delivery. Please try to connect. Here's the secret. Being memorable isn't about being perfect or polished. It's about building a connection with your audience. Your delivery style is the bridge between you and your audience. It's how you engage, it's how you relate, it's how you create the moment with the people that are listening to you. And some speakers deliver like they're reading a report. I used to be like that because I was a TV news presenter. That's my excuse anyway. Others try to impress or to perform, and please stop doing this because it makes you look like a bad actor. You're overperforming, overdoing, not being yourself. It does not work. But the most memorable speakers, they talk with people, not at them. They break the wall. They have a conversation. They make eye contact. They pause. They breathe. They're themselves. They ask questions. They engage with the audience. They give a joke because they're funny, not because they're trying to be funny. So if you want your message to land, start with how you deliver it as well. Are you present? Are you real? Or are you just performing the speech that you've over rehearsed? Are you in a relationship with the people in the room? Because great speakers, they're not just speaking or disseminating information, they're connecting. And that's what people remember. So until next time, I want you to own your value, own your presence, if you want to own the room.